What is up, Scorpio? Welcome to your general timeless reading. These are timeless, so whatever you see this is when it's most meant for you. These are also general, so take what resonates, leave the rest. Check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placement on my channel. If you want a personal reading or Reiki session, my name is Jordyn. I'm a Master Reiki practitioner. You can book your session down below through my website in the description box. I'm also giving away free 15-minute readings on my Patreon channel through the month of July. So check out Patreon. That's where I do my monthly readings, energy shift readings, moon cycle readings, and weekly Patreon-only videos. If you want help on your spiritual path, that's definitely the platform for you. I take those monthlies, I post them on Vimeo. So if you want to purchase your individual monthly, you can do so there. Like, share, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel grow, and I greatly appreciate it. And hit that notification bell so you can see when I go live. We can hang out, we can chit chat, you can ask questions, all that stuff. Other than that, I do have a promo going on for my services on my website for the month of July. So go ahead, take advantage of that while it's up. Scorpio, let's get into it. I want to use, actually, I really want to use, I'm really torn between Grand Lux Tarot and Tattoo Tarot. Let's use Grand Lux for you. Gosh, you got me all over the place. You have like a lot of energy right now, which is really, really nice. Because I was actually going to do all the earth signs, and then I was like, why is Scorpio pulling on me so much? And I was like, oh, I'll just do Scorpio because I'm just going to do what the hell I want. Yeah, okay, no, screw it. I'm going to do Beautiful Creatures. This is actually like my Scorpio deck. If you've known me for a while, you know that this is definitely my Scorpio deck. There's something about this that every time I'm doing a Scorpio reading, like, I just love this deck for you guys. Okay. All the tarot decks I use are linked down below, by the way. They just showed me a rabbit. Rabbits to me, I speak to a lot of, I actually just heard free will. We have the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is energy of like really, I actually feel it's more like hoarding things, like holding on to things. In this particular deck, it's called Greed. Four of Pentacles to me is also a very protective energy. It's protecting the things that are very precious to you. It's not wanting to let certain things go. I feel like this is almost like an emotional hoarding though. There's something about this that's kind of like, it feels like pent up energy, which, like I said, you guys feel very like there's a lot going on. It felt very positive though, but this Four of Pentacles feels like I'm holding on to it. It kind of feels like a volcano that's about to bust though. It feels positive though. Yeah, Seven of Swords. Ooh, what's going on here? Why do I feel like illusion with this though? This feels like you're holding on to the idea that something's actually really, okay, so, how can I put this? If you're in a dynamic with another person and you're holding on to this like fantastical idea that you're painting somebody in this light, it's self-deceptive. Seven of Swords, right? Seven of Swords in this deck is called treachery, right? Yeah, where are my words? But it's so strange because it feels so positive, but it feels very, yeah, it's distorted. It's not, the clarity is going to come in now. And that's why it's, yeah, Page of Swords. So there's the clarity. There's the aha moment because pages are students. It's the realization. It's a sudden aha moment. It's knowing that, okay, this is the truth. This is the reality of it. In this current deck, it's literally called the card of inspection. It's looking at it and seeing, oh, wait, I've been looking at something and holding on to this idea that it's actually beautiful. This person is the ideal of what I've wanted, right? It doesn't have to be love. It could even be a job. This job is the ideal. This home is exactly what I wanted. This situation is exactly what I wanted. And now you're realizing, wait, no, I'm making it out to be more than what it actually is. There's things that could be improved here. And that's okay. That's okay. You're being more honest with yourself. You're allowing the false facade that you've put on it to kind of fall away. Just see it for what it really is so you can create what you truly want from the current circumstance, which is going to be much more beneficial for you, right? Page of Swords, seeing things for what they really are. I really like this actually. And that's what that full moon in Aquarius was all about though. It was leaving behind, in a sense, like old immature ways to step into more stable, mature foundations. So allowing the old like daydreaming, fantastical way of perceiving and thinking about things, people, and situations, to step into something that is more realistic and stable and able to create things for a long term that are going to benefit you, right? I really like this. Tell me more for Scorpio. I actually heard forgiveness. We have strength in reverse. This feels like another energy around you. I actually feel like second chances with this for some reason. Strength in reverse. This feels like someone with insecurities. It almost feels like they're like tiptoeing around approaching you. It's kind of like, how do I build up the strength, the confidence? It feels more like the confidence to come and approach you, to have this conversation. If they know that they might have put on a facade to live up to the expectation that they knew that you had painted them in, right? Or the situation. Let's get another. Let's see who this other person is. For Scorpio. Justice in reverse. Yeah, okay. So here's this other individual, Six of Cups. Yeah, so there's a soulmate connection. And then we have the Queen of Swords underneath that. So this person knows that they were not being honest. Queen of Swords in reverse with the Six of Cups. They know that they were painting themselves in a false light, right? And it was creating a lot of instability, a lot of imbalance in this dynamic. And it's almost like they're trying to kind of like crawl back, like, hey, how can we fix this? Because I don't want to wear this false facade. This doesn't have to be somebody in your environment. This could even be you in the past, realizing, damn, in the past, I, as my feminine energy, Queen of Swords, haven't been honest with myself when I'm looking at situations. I've painted partners as this perfect picture, or I've painted jobs as this perfect job, or I painted that house I want to buy as the perfect house because it's the first thing that came to me, versus seeing it for what it really is and just being patient with it, being too eager to find home in something, right? You're starting to realize there's a need to look at things with a new perspective. The Page of Swords. The Page is a student, seeing things for what they really are with clarity. I really, really like this because it's not a bad thing. You're allowing an old version of your perspective that was very distorted and self-deceptive and self-sabotaging to fall away, because you realize you were holding on to that. And it was creating a lot of insecurity. It was kind of feeding fear, limiting beliefs, and things that are rooted in the ego and rooted in imbalance to fall away, and rooted in the past to fall away. I really, really like this. Very nice. Let's use Witch's Tarot. What an awesome read, though. Okay, let's keep going. What else do I need to see for Scorpio? Show me what else I need to see for Scorpio. I just heard forgiveness is necessary. Okay, let's look at the Six of Cups. Okay, so I'm only going to take the two that came out flipped over. We have the Page of Pentacles in reverse in the world. Yeah, this is too eager to find home. Page of Pentacles is about learning how to create solid foundations, learning how to build things. The world in reverse tells me that those foundations never really created solid structures for you. The world is cycles, right? And this might be a habitual cycle, right? Being too eager to offer things to people or situations because you want things to work. Being very ambitious or very eager to have things move forward because intuitively, I say it with little air quotes because for some of you, this is the struggle of learning what's the intuition and what's the ego, right? Which voice in my head am I listening to? Is it really my ego or is it really my intuition? And that was why this page, the student, was struggling to build those foundations, to have that solid world, that solid reality in the past. Okay, let's look at the Four of Pentacles, what we've been holding on to. Seven of Pentacles, the things that you've been investing in, right? Holding on to these little bits and pieces of the realities or connections or jobs or homes that you've invested in, because there's this idea of, well, between the 7 and the 4 is the 3. I've already built this. I've already worked with people on these things. They have to grow into something. The 7 of Pentacles is known as the card of failure in tarot. It's also the card of I've planted these seeds. Where is everything growing? Where is it? It's the waiting, right? The waiting game. That's what we're holding on to and realizing that we've held on a little too long. So let's look at the 7 of Swords. Let's see what it is that this is all about. Yeah, death in reverse clarified by the 7 of Swords. Okay, so it's self-sabotaging because intuitively you know that there's a need to release it. There's a need to allow it to end, to fall away. The Seven of Swords on top of the Seven of Swords, if you've been with me for a while, when I get the same card on top of the same card, it's validation for me as a reader that the channel message is correct. With Death in reverse, it tells me that there's resistance to allowing this old way of perceiving certain situations to fall away, right? I don't know why there was a hesitance between those words, but there was. Okay. There's a need to allow yourself to see that the certain things that you're holding on to, and it doesn't have to be like literally holding on to a person or a job. It could literally be holding on to the way you think or perceive certain situations. Just a way of thinking and processing information. It doesn't have to be literally holding on to a connection or holding on to a position at work. So let's look at the Page of Swords. Yeah, the Tower and the Four of Cups. Oh, yeah. So it's kind of like a little tantrum going on within you. It's a tantrum going on within you because it's almost like you're kicking yourself in the butt a little bit. Like, dang, like I've really been rejecting things that could really make me happy and taking things that weren't really fulfilling. And I've been putting those things that honestly weren't my true happiness on a pedestal because I saw the potential for them to be my happiness. I saw the potential for that person to be the perfect partner. But in all reality, they had a lot that they had to work on. And it was mirroring back to me aspects of my shadow that I had to fix. Or I saw the potential for that job to be amazing. But in all reality, it was just showing me challenges within myself that I really had to do a lot of work to achieve and overcome a scarcity mindset to achieve my 10 of Pentacles. Right? So it's realizing that I was rejecting a lot of things that were going to help me go through this transformation on my path. And instead, I was accepting a lot of self-sabotaging circumstances. That's a good thing that you're realizing this. This is shadow work. This is literal shadow work. This is accepting and transmuting aspects of your ego and saying, I'm going to own the fact that I've been self-sabotaging because I've been allowing certain situations and people into my life that weren't serving me to my highest good because they were reflecting aspects of myself that I wasn't willing to accept or understand quite yet. And now I am. And now I'm willing to change that. That's a really good thing. And that's why the Tower's here. The Tower's sudden realizations. It's not just about old foundations falling away. It's also about aha moments. It's about having those sudden changes in perspective, just like the Hangman, really, and allowing foundations to fall. Let's look at the Strength card. That was really redundant what I just said. Oh, well. For some of you, the Strength card is like the lack of confidence to step forward or the lack of confidence to really address what's going on internally, which explains why the Hermit came out in reverse. The Hermit is kind of like someone who, I know I need to be in solitude. I know I need to be alone, but at the same time, what am I really doing in my solitude? What kind of work should I really be doing while I'm sitting in isolation? You know, it's the Ghosting card. Yeah, Two of Pentacles, there's the confusion. Two of Pentacles in reverse. It's kind of like, I'm really indecisive. There's so many, it's kind of like the brain fog. Hierophant, yeah. Brain fog about the lesson. There's a lot of brain fog about the lesson. With the Hierophant is the teacher. It's the high priest. It's spirituality, institutions, contracts. It could even be indicative of higher consciousness energy, seeing things from a higher perspective. I actually really like that the Hierophant's here because to me, it's coming off as a divine assist. There's a need to really surrender to the process of understanding that this is a lesson, that when you go into this isolation, and it doesn't mean like truly isolating yourself 100%, but taking that time alone to really spend time away from your phone, away from social media, like really sit with self and understand why you feel things, not think about what you're feeling, but really feel what you're feeling. That's when you're going to connect with what those fears, those insecurities are, and really understand them. Be more observant of what you're feeling versus analytical and judgmental of what you're feeling. Hierophant, the lessons, right? The teacher, the guru. Let's look at Justice in reverse. Magician and the Three of Cups, and I'll take the Queen of Wands that's on top. I love it. Bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Swords in reverse. There you are, releasing the inner dialogue that's conflicting, right? To me, this is negative self-talk when it's in reverse. It's getting rid of that inner dialogue that's almost debilitating when you're basically crapping on yourself all the time, thinking, well, how am I going to get over this? Why can't I do this? Why can't I do that? Why can't I have this relationship and that relationship? It's releasing that inner dialogue because it's self-sabotaging, right? Realizing how you stood in your own way. And because of that, you're stepping into your own power. You're calling in a healthy soul tribe, and you're realizing your self-worth. With the Magician there, you're becoming capable to create your own reality. The Queen of Wands is a master manifester. It's a very divine feminine energy that's aware of their own confidence, their beauty, and their ability to bring things into the physical. With the Three of Cups there, it could signify reconciling with somebody who's done you injustice, but to me, it feels more so calling in connections that resonate with you on a deep soul level, because now you've elevated your consciousness because you've integrated an aspect of your shadow. So when you integrate an aspect of your shadow, you basically step up to a higher level of frequency, energy, consciousness, whatever label you want to put on it, because language really shit up pretty much, because we as humans like to put labels on everything. But that's okay, because it's how we understand and communicate. So that's a whole nother topic. But yeah, this is awesome, because basically you're realizing your worth and you're becoming more aligned with your most authentic self, your higher self. And because of that, you're going to be calling in healthier dynamics, healthier situations, living situations, work environments, relationships, all that jazz, prosperity, abundance. It's going to be easier for you to manifest as long as you sit in that energy. This is very, very nice. I like that. And I love that you're releasing negative self-talk, because in turn, it's going to give you this ability to chase after the things that you know are meant for you, and align you with that which is of your highest good and is most emotionally fulfilling. 10 of Cups. Beautiful. Scorpio, this is what I have for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Please like, share, subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, and if you want a personal reading or a Reiki session, book it down below. If you want a free 15-minute reading that's going on for the month of July, check out my Patreon channel. That's where you can get access to those readings, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.